Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy Corey here with another video, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the best type soul builds. Now there are a lot of good type soul builds out there, but I'm going to be listing the best ones and the ones that can probably get you without any skill from like silver 1 straight to season elite master. So yeah, first up we have this build right here, which is actually my main account build. As you can see, I have ranked right there, rank 141. And yeah, this build is actually a mixed build that I use from old type soul, and a lot of people don't really use it anymore, but I got really good at using it. Pretty much it's 2 Hakuda, 50 keto, and 13 speed. So before it used to be, before like Sero Salvo came out, it used to actually be 20 speed up to Phantom Trick, which would be really nice in ranked back then. But yeah, right now I made sure to go 50 just because Sero Salvo is so nice and it just gives me like a free combo extender. So yeah, I would go for that build as well. And then my skill boxes, I went for Sero Fireflies and Hollow Bite as well. Those are really nice because I can just Hollow Bite into Sero Fireflies into Oscarus or Tri-Sero or Bluminka or like, you know, any of that type of stuff. And the good thing about this is it's really good with any res. I have like Taint, Nullify. I actually went Taint and Nullify with Acid, which you might be thinking like, why didn't you go Contaminate? Like, you're actually so weird. But the reason why I did that is because Taint and Nullify, the main reason is Taint because there's a lot of Kendo users or even Hakuda users that come attack you. So whenever you pop that Nullify, even though they're attacking you, you're still getting overtime poison damage, which really does help for sure when it comes to combos as well. So yeah, for the next really broken build in the game, it would have to be Kendo Speed. Kendo Speed is actually very, very strong. For me, in my opinion, it really depends on your preference, but if you go like Pressure Shift, I feel like Pressure Shift is really good. So if you do want to go Kendo Speed, make sure to get at least 20 speed, but then, you know, you're going to be losing out on Mortal Ties. So it's really preference. I know they just recently buffed Mortal Ties too, so there's like no flash step whenever you're actually hit by it. So if you want, you can also do that. But in my opinion, what I would personally go is I would go Pressure Shift to Floating Petals. Then I would do the rest of it all into speed, and I would just rely on Kendo skill boxes because they're all really good. The ones I would recommend would have to be Eviscerate and Sonata Flow. Those are both very, very broken. I actually had that build like earlier this week. I was just trying it out on this account. It's really, really nice. And yeah, I would for sure recommend that as well. Like kind of Res or Shikai or anything like that. Anything really works well with it. If you're a Arrancar, Light's insane with it. If you're a Soul Reaper, then in my opinion, I would say like Theater is really nice with it because Theater lets you get really up close with the enemy. But yeah, I mean, pretty much any legendary would really be really good with this like kind of Kendo. Like even if you're like Quincy as well, I would recommend Fear. Fear extension is really nice into Eviscerate. I would also recommend Glutton would also be a very good one as well. Glutton is actually insane when it comes to that. But yeah, I would for sure recommend that as well. So yeah, on to the next build that I think is very broken. In my opinion, I would have to probably go with, well, I mean, obviously Hakuda. We're actually just gonna get to that real quick. Hakuda would probably be also a very broken build. You guys already know this. Hakuda is really, really strong. You know, you have all this like fun stuff that you can use. In my opinion, if you don't want to go Spine Rend, don't go Spine Rend. For me, what I personally would do is I would go for like a mix of Hakuda and speed. So like at least 25 skill points in speed so I could get speed skill boxes and then Hakuda. So yeah, because I'm also running that on my Soul Reaper and I actually have Flash Fang. So it just gives me like a free like kind of combo into like my M2 for Fire Shunko, which is really nice as well. And so yeah, I would for sure recommend that as well. Now for healing, anything's good with healing. In my opinion, I would say just go all the way to Encompass, if not Soul Link. Like healing is just so broken right now, especially if you're like an Arrancar. You have like that one weapon that boosts you forward, like especially with the guns now. Arrancar is probably one, like Arrancar healing with guns is probably one of the most broken things in the game right now. You have like almost infinite health. When it comes to that, you can have distance with the M2 off the guns as well. High speed regeneration, all that fun stuff. So I would recommend that for sure. Yeah, so in terms of healing, that, yeah. For Soul Reaper, I would for sure say healing is good with basically anything. Like I would say go with something that like actually creates a distance between you and the enemy. So just in case you have to heal, you can create that distance. So in my opinion, like Ice would be pretty good because Ice you can both rush in and use Mirror to knock players back. If not, Flower's alright, but Flower's mostly for rushing. So I wouldn't be too keen on Flower unless you want to go Kendo or something. That is also like a very good like kind of res to go for. Or I mean Shikai or Bankai to go for. So yeah, that for sure. And then yeah, healing's pretty much good on everything all around. For me, I would personally go 60 healing. Healing is actually very, very nice. Especially because of Encompass. This bubble of Ryotsu helps you a lot, especially say like if there's an Arrancar trying to hit you with Grand Ray Sero or just anything crazy. You can literally just go across the map, run, pop a circle, and it does no damage to you. So it's very, very nice. Well, I mean, unless they're in the circle, but yeah, it's actually very, very nice. I would recommend that for sure as well. Now for speed, in my opinion, I think one of the best speed builds in the game right now is just going full 60 speed here. Time cut is very, very nice, especially if you're flower. Flower with speed is insane. I actually like did Bonkai with flower speed, like the Bonkai fight. It was very easy just for the sole fact that the M2 from flower, like the flower weapon, actually just guard breaks. So I would for sure go for that as well. If you're in a arrancar, if you want to go full speed, again, light is always going to be the most viable option. Light's like, look, it's like literally like what? It's a 0.5% chance. Like it's going to for sure be like your best bet when it comes to that as well. And yeah, I would for sure say that as well. It's, in my opinion, one of the best. And yeah, I would just recommend that for sure for speed. Now you might be wondering, in terms of like actual like skill boxes, speed skill boxes, all of them are good. Ghost Cleave is probably a must if you want to go for Ghost Cleave. In my opinion, the best ones for speed will be Ghost Cleave and Strata Strike. Strata Strike is just so nice because if they don't hit you within that time frame, goes through anything, that damage, even through like I think Cerro Salvo, the animation, it actually would hit me through it too. So hey, what's up guys? It's post edit Quirk here. And yeah, one thing I did forget to mention is actually keto. So yeah, keto, that skill tree, I know it's very important. I don't know how I forgot it, but keto skill tree is very, very important. I think any build is very good on keto. Like in my opinion, like Quincy keto is really OP right now. It kind of did get nerfed, but SR keto is still the best keto in the game in my opinion. Any keto with their skill boxes is very broken. Arrancar keto is probably the weakest actually in my opinion in terms of keto, but if you do want to get a lot of damage out, Arrancar keto is the best thing to go as well. Yeah, SR keto is really nice. I would for sure go that as well. So yeah, sorry, I forgot to put included to the video, but yeah, let's get right back into it. So yeah, that's pretty much like most of like what you need to know for like most of the builds. That should give you like a general understanding of like how to make a build or how to go with it. In my opinion, for Soul Reaper, a lot of like the rare and ups are much better than the commons when it comes to like they're kind of like for builds in general. Arrancars, you can get away with acid with like very strong builds if you want. Like for example, like I'm rocking this build with acid and I've just kind of been rolling res by res and it's been very fun. One thing I will say for Soul Reaper though, if you're going Hakuda, go Berserk for sure. If you have to pick a common res, or sorry, common Shikai, go for Berserk for sure. Berserk is insanely good, super underrated because it gives you the hyper armor and it heals you too from Limit Breaker. Do that for sure. But yeah, other than that, I would say like Theater's really nice. The new one is nice. Even Balance, which is kind of like goofy, is really good too. So yeah, I would say that for sure. Now, well, to end off this video, let's go roll a tiny bit with the NPC that laughs at me real quick. All right, but she's right here. All right, let's see what we get, guys. All right, that's the first time. Okay, she laughed at me. All right, I got laughed at again. Okay, let's try it one more time. And okay, so for the last one, they laughed at me too. So yeah, I completely hate this NPC, but yeah, we're just gonna end off the video on that note. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.